Hey guys, this is SansCorpsTarot, and today I have a pick a card reading about what is manifesting next for you. So here we have 3 groups. I've pre-selected cards. As you can see, I've pre-selected a lot of cards. It's not going to be too crazy of a reading, but I do just, I love my decks, so I love using a lot of them. But yeah, so pile 1, you have the moon. Or the world. I called it the moon. Maybe that's meaningful for you guys. Oh, well, pile 2, we actually do have the moon. And then pile 3, we have death. Alright guys, take your time choosing your piles, meditate on your energy and, you know, the things you've been intentionally manifesting, the things you've been intentionally wanting to happen or have been hoping to happen, and meditate on the energy of the groups, and I will see you guys in your readings. Hello pile 1, if you chose the world, this will be your reading all about what manifestation is coming in for you next. First of all, I also do want to say that I kept, like, in my mind, even accidentally referring to you guys as pile number 2. And I will also say, while I was choosing the cards for pile number 2, I kept sort of accidentally or also intentionally a little bit feeling like maybe pile 1 and pile 2 had the viewers had messages resonating in both piles. So if you guys, you know, did feel that way, feel free to watch both piles. You may have messages that resonate in both piles. But so we have the world. So first I pulled some Cards Against Humanity cards, so I'll start those off for you. It was a very, like, obvious message that came out for me. So wait, no, that's not the first one. The first one was... Oh, the first card that came out was a pangender octopus who roams the cosmos in search of love. And the second one was the miracle of childbirth. The third one was heteronormativity. And then taking off your shirt. And powerful thighs. So, first of all, the fact that, like, this card, the one about the pangender octopus, that just sort of, that's a little bit almost like my starseed card, but also, you know, a little bit of my card, not exactly, like, exclusively about, like, queerness and queer people, but just a little bit about, like, a, I don't know, I guess people who just have a non-traditional, you know, sort of way of expressing their sexuality, or they have, you know, just non-cis, maybe, sexuality. That's a little bit the vibe that I had in mind when I chose this card for the deck. So the fact that that came out and the heteronormativity card, I feel like for a lot of you guys, I mean, of course, take what resonates, but maybe some of you guys have always been in, like, maybe cis or straight relationships or something, and now you are sort of wanting, or you've been just, like, physically, intimately involved with, like, more traditional sort of relationship dynamics, and maybe now you've been thinking about, like, oh my god, the way that I want to talk about this is so weird. Like, I want to talk about it in such a clinical and, like, detached way. I want to be, like, the words that are coming to my mind is, like, you're now wanting to, like, branch out sexually, but, like, that's a little bit what the energy is. Like, I feel like, this could either be you, like, discovering a new gender identity, sexual identity for yourself. Maybe it's you just realizing you want to sort of maybe experiment in different sort of connections. But it's giving me a lot of, like, sex-based things. And so even if this doesn't actually involve, like, the actual act of any real sex, I think it could be, like, it could also be a similar message of you guys, like, now just, I don't know, like, maybe before you found it too taboo to masturbate or something, but now you're not feeling that way, or you're starting to try to masturbate despite feeling that way. There's some sort of, like, sensual empowerment, but it really does feel like it has to relate to a little bit of, like, how you express your, like, yourself like your identity, but also like sort of your sexual identity or your sensual identity. Like I feel like it has to do with very much like your sacral chakra, but also your solar plexus. I feel like it has like a very sort of complex energy. Like I don't think this is you just like uh, for example, like I don't think this is the trope of like, you know, a girl just wanting to experiment with another girl, like just for fun, just to try it. But I think this is actually you, like, I don't know, being like, yeah, maybe you do identify as a girl and you're like, yeah, no, other women, like, you know, they're beautiful. And I think, you know, oh my gosh, these are like 18 plus messages. So yeah, censor yourselves if you feel you want to. But yeah, it's something like, oh, maybe you, I don't know, like you enjoy masturbating, like, and you enjoy your own body, so you're like, oh, maybe I'll also like enjoy another woman's body or something. So it's something a little bit more, it's less like you just sort of wanting to just like be really flighty and experiment and like have a good time with little regard for like people or things or emotions. It feels like, yeah, it feels like it is something very like something that a decision of something that you manifested, you decided you wanted to manifest after sort of like becoming a lot more emotionally and sensually like in tune with yourself in a much more intimate way. So we also have, yeah, so the first card that came out was Tasty for the Apples to Apples cards, which is so funny because that's, of course, also like a card that I put in this deck in mind with like sexual connotations. We also had Lively, which is also very funny, Healthy, yes, and Confusing, yeah. So I think it's something that's going to be very different from something that you've experienced so far. Yeah, and that's going to throw you off a little bit. We have Corn Maze, Pizza Night, A Double Dog Dare, and Bruno Mars. Okay, like, honestly, you guys also, so the Lucy Dacus song Triple Dog Dare came out as, or was playing on my phone as this, card Double Dog Dare was put in the deck, and literally that song exactly was the song that I had in mind when I put this card in this deck. So I love the synchronicities that are coming out, you guys. But that song is about like Lucy's relationship with like another girl, like I think like a forbidden relationship or something. Like I think that I don't know, I think she grew up in a church, but like a very progressive church that still like welcomed LGBTQ people, but like I think that it was just still a little stigmatized, and so she just didn't feel comfortable with it. And the song is just a little bit about that journey of forbidden love, forbidden queer love. So I think that for a lot of you guys, maybe specifically like this is some sort of like either lesbian relationship or like lesbian like sexual experience that you are manifesting for yourself, that you will get, you will receive it very soon. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, so now let's look at your tarot cards. So we have, let's see, the first ones that came out were Three of Swords, clarified by the Emperor, clarified further by Justice. Yes, so I feel like honestly I'm getting the vibe that like the universe around you up until this point has been the Emperor. Like they've been sort of very rigid in their expectations and their rules for you. And like I feel like you just haven't felt much like, you know, sexual freedom, I feel like, with yourself. Or like I feel like, yeah, if you guys, I feel like if this is not something, like I feel like if you guys have absolutely nothing like no sort of this, even if you are like a straight cis person, this could even you just be, this could be you just like manifesting like this sexual experience. Like maybe you have like a very like kinky fetish side of you and you're manifesting like an experience that like validates and empowers that, where you can explore that side of you. Like if you don't have any sort of like thing in your mind, well, I feel like first of all you probably would have clicked out of this reading by now, but also like, yeah, if you don't have any sort of like remotely sexually adjacent manifestations in mind, you may want to pick another pile. Maybe you want to pick pile number 2. Maybe that's that message that was coming through. Maybe all the people who come to pile number 1 who don't want a sex-based message, they're meant to go to pile number 2. But okay. Yeah, but I feel like, yeah, the universe, like, it's just the rigid expectations. Maybe this could even be like, maybe you're in a cis het relationship, like maybe you're a straight girl in a relationship with a straight guy, and again, 18 plus, you know, trigger warning for just like some sexual messages. Like, maybe you have just had like an interest in like, I don't know, like pegging your partner or something. So like maybe it's just, and you're in just like a very traditional relationship, and the people around you are very traditional. Maybe your partner's very traditional, and it's just like you don't know how receptive they'll be to it, and you're just manifesting. Yeah, maybe you're manifesting, you're manifesting this, and I'm here to tell you it's gonna happen. Like, maybe your partner will, like, come to you, either they'll come to you with this, or, like, you'll be able to find some way to, like, sneakily put it into their mind and, like, have it almost seem like their idea. Or, like, I think, like, also, if it's something like that, I think that a lot of you guys are just sort of scared of, like, bringing it up, and I'm, like, telling you, like, don't be scared of bringing it up. I think that they will be completely okay with it. And I think that they would, like, want to help you experience these things if it's, like, things that you genuinely do want to experience. So 8 of Cups, clarified by the Ace of Swords. And clarified further by the 3 of Swords again. So, yeah, the double 3 of Swords, you guys, 3, 3. And then we have 2 and 1 here, which reduces to 3. So 3, 3, 3. That could be a synchronicity for you guys. A synchronicity for you guys. Maybe specifically for when it's time to broach your partner with the prospect of doing like a kinky thing, you know? Like maybe when you see that, it's like, okay, right now, this is an opportune time to talk to them about it or something. Oh my gosh, that's such a silly message, but yeah. Yeah, and for those of you also, like maybe if you're just like, you know, you're a straight girl, you've only been in a relationship with straight guys so far, or you've only physically been involved with straight guys, and you want to now, like, you know, experience physical intimacy with like another woman or something. So I think that you could be like if that's what you're manifesting, I think that maybe you're probably seeing like 333 around the time where you'll meet the person that you can do this with. And I think that it will be something like a loose connection if you're not already in a relationship with a person. It's given me a lot of like sexual empowerment and less of committed like relationship. And then we have Engineer of Coins, King of Coins, King of Coins, King of Pentacles, yes. So I remember, I love when this happens too, because King of Pentacles and the King of Cups, like, they both came out. So yeah, this could definitely be, like, a same-sex thing, you guys. And the fact that it's also the 10 of Pentacles, yeah, I think that this is going to be something that is going to feel very, very fulfilling. Ooh, yes, okay. I was getting excited because I remember the next cards that came out. So Judgment, clarified by the 7 of Wands, clarified by the 6 of Cups, you guys. And the 6 of Cups, when I was shuffling it, and immediately wanted to go over here. So I was shuffling it as the first card, and so I was intending it to be over here, but it flipped and like jumped all the way over to here. So I was like, okay, it belongs there. And I think it does, because like this is sort of the last set of tarot cards I have. And so it's a very like, it's the, you know, the final energy to end on. It's also the very last tarot card that I drew. And it's the 6 of Cups, which is such a beautiful energy, wholesome energy. So I think that this is, you know, this is something, this is not just like, yeah, a flighty, fleeting sexual interest that you guys have. I think that this is something that actually pertains to your sexuality. Like, it actually pertains to your identity, honestly, as a person. Because I think that you guys probably really do identify with your sexual side. And, like, honestly, or just like, yeah, I am getting the message. I feel like that it does. Like, it has to do, and even for those of you who are, like, maybe those of you who are, like, asexual, this could just, like, really, like, have to do with, like, your gender identity or something. Like, it just has something to do with, like, gender and sexuality, I feel like, but also your identity. So let's get some more cards. Yeah, so the 6 of Cups is a beautiful energy because it's the soulmate energy, but I feel like it's, like, you coming into union with yourself, like your own soulmate in yourself, like through this experience, because you're getting able to like understand truly who you are and like what you, yeah, like it helps you get more in touch with yourself, and it helps you like get more in touch with like sex in general. I feel like especially if you guys have been in like a connection with a partner, even if you are in like a LGBTQ connection, I think that just like maybe your sex life has been very stagnant recently, and you've just felt a little not, I don't know, yeah, not excited. Like, not like you want to break up with anyone or anything, but just, yeah, see, so we have Mother Mary, miracles, and then Magdalene. And Magdalene to me is very much like the sort of, almost like Mother Mary's baddie counterpart. Like, that's such a weird way of putting it, but it is like Magdalene is Mary Magdalene, and then this is Mother Mary, so they're both Mary, but Magdalene is like, I think she was like a prostitute or something in the Bible. So it's a like a nurturing feminine motherly energy that's also very sexual though, and so I feel like that's what you're missing right now. You feel like the Virgin Mary. Like, I feel like there's just some part of you that's just feels untapped, and I think that's what it is. I think that it's going to help you explore a part of yourself that you feel so detached from. And I think that it could be, even if this is something like a kink or a fetish, it's something that's been in the back of your mind for a little bit, and maybe it's been a can of worms you haven't even wanted to open. Oh my god, and my laptop dang when I said that, so it could be that could definitely be the case for a lot of you. But yeah, so this could be something like, yeah, like maybe you're even like, maybe it could also be something like you're bisexual and you've been in like a straight relationship for forever, so you just haven't even wanted to like mention to anyone that you're bisexual or anything, because like, you know that you're basically in a relationship with someone of the opposite sex who is like, you're probably going to be your life partner forever, so you're like, what difference does it make? But it does make a difference, you know, because I think that it does have something to do with, yeah, your identity, and you getting closer to yourself. And I feel like there would always just be that little like thought in the back of your mind of being like, like what if, or just always just like a question of you doubting something, especially for the people who could resonate with something like being like a closeted bisexual in a cis-het relationship. I think that maybe oh my god, what was I gonna say? I was literally gonna say something, but then I got distracted by all the other words I had to say and clarifying who I was referring to. Oh my god, I hate this. Oh yeah, okay, wait, no. Okay, no, don't have it actually. Sorry guys. I'm just gonna have to move on from that. Very sorry. I don't like that. I like that as much as you guys do, trust me. Oh my god. Yeah, I straight up don't know what I was gonna say. Okay, literally what else, what was I gonna say? So for the bisexual people who are in relationships, cis-het relationship. Oh my god, no, I don't know. Nope, don't know. Don't know. Move on. Oh my god, anything else? Okay. God, I can't get over that. What the heck? Okay. Whatever. So yeah, the miracle is going to be like you becoming more in touch with yourself, and you recognizing this sexuality. Expectations, don't seek anyone's approval. Yeah, so don't be like, honestly, I'm telling you guys right now, and I know that this is way easier said than done, but I feel like if you're in a relationship and you feel like you cannot be your full self, even if you think it's like as silly a part of yourself as like you just like wanting to try out like maybe some S&M or something. Like, if you feel like you're in a relationship where you're not safe enough to express those wants, then I don't think that that's the best relationship for you. I think that the healthiest relationship for you is one where you don't have to seek anyone's approval, one that you are not afraid of asking for what you want. And I'm also not saying that for those of you maybe who are in a really healthy connection with a wonderful person and you're just afraid of like approaching them with this, like, you know, this isn't talking about you guys, you know. Like, I feel like for a lot of you, you guys could just genuinely be really insecure and scared, and maybe the people around you have made you feel like your partner would think less of you for wanting this or something. And so yeah, but you're being called to just like take the leap, and approach them with this, because if they're the person that you think they are, and I think that if you think they are this person, I think they will be this person. So if they are, I think that you should approach them with this, because I think that it will work out. Shark, swim away from this situation, yeah, but for those of you, for those of you who feel like genuinely scared a little bit of approaching your specific partner with this. Like maybe it's like, I feel like for the people who are insecure of who have a wonderful partner, I feel like they'd be insecure about telling anyone about this kink or fetish. But I feel like for the people who are mostly afraid of approaching specifically their partner, they'd be okay with opening up to their friends about this. And so I think that could be a little indicator as to which boat you're in, because I feel like if you'd be willing to tell your friends, your close friends and close confidants, that you have like a kink or a fetish, or that you want to like try out, you know, having sex with girls or sex with just other genders, I feel like if you would approach your close friends with this, but not your partner, that means that your partner, you don't feel as safe with them as you do with a close friend. And you should feel at least as safe with your partner as you do with a close friend. But then conversely, if you wouldn't even tell your friend about this, I think that, yeah, your partner, like, it's probably just because you're afraid of, honestly, probably even being honest to yourself about this, even. Yeah. Alright, let's get one more card. Let's get some pure magic oracle cards. Just because I can. Because that's legal. Let's do this. Pure magical oracle cards for pile 1. Any other messages for them about what they're manifesting? Yeah, it's going to come for you. It's going to come to you. I think that if you are in a connection with a person, I think you probably will have to do something to drop the hint, because I think that simply put, like, your partner just probably wouldn't even think about this, you know? Like, I think this is very much probably, I mean, for some of you, it could be something that's also on their mind. And so I think for a lot of you, if you brought it up to them, they'd be super excited. But I think for a lot of you also, like, you know, they're probably also, like, they're down for other stuff, you know, they're not such a traditional person as you peg them to be. But I think that, yeah, you would have to approach them, because I think that they may just simply not even be thinking about this right now. They may just not even be thinking that you'd want it. But we have secret seances, spirit world messages, assistance, memories. There could actually be a dream that comes for you guys, that comes to you guys, about this. Like, it could be, like, if, for example, you're a girl manifesting a sexual encounter with another girl, it could be you having, like, a dream about that, a dream about you, like, having sex with another girl. Closing circle, pure intent, sacred doors, timing, experience. Yes, experience. It's going to come to you. The timing is going to be very important, though, because, again, it's something like, I mean, if you met, like, a really hot girl and you thought that you would never want to be in another relationship with a girl, or never want to, like, have sex with a girl, like, of course they wouldn't, like, if them coming and walking by you, you wouldn't look twice at them, because, or maybe you would, but you wouldn't think about it, and if they approached you, you'd shut them down or something. There's something about the timing being important, because you do sort of need to be receptive to this. You need to be in a space where you're not so ashamed of it, where you'd reject it if it came to you. And we have herbal craft, regeneration, plant medicine, caretaker, bloomer. Ooh, I'm getting bloomer. Bloomer, yeah, you're going to bloom into this energy. This could also be for some of you, maybe you guys are, like, virgins and you're actually, like, manifesting having sex for the first time. And it's, yeah, I mean, this will happen the way that you want it to. So if this is something like that, like, maybe you're manifesting a specific type of person to have sex with. Maybe it's, like, a friend or someone you want to make sure that it's someone that you're really comfortable with, or just someone that you're super, super attracted to, or maybe someone that's famous, or maybe someone that's funny, or maybe someone that treats you to dinner afterwards. Like, it's just going to be how you're manifesting it as. It's going to come at exactly the right time, and it's probably going to be pretty quick or pretty soon. But alright, pile 1, that's what I have for you guys. That's what's coming in for you guys next, what you're manifesting. Such an exciting energy. Congratulations. So happy for you guys once again. If you want less sexual things, maybe go on to pile number 2. But alright, I'll get started with pile number 2. Bye, guys. Hello, pile 2. If you guys chose the moon, this will be your reading all about what manifestation is coming in for you next. So, I pre-chose your cards already, pre-selected them. Or I shuffled them, I didn't, like, hand select them. So we have teaching a robot to love. Oh, actually the first one, no, that wasn't the first one to come out. The first one was Judge Judy. And then the second one was Keanu Reeves. And then we had Teaching a Robot to Love. Mr. Clean right behind you. And Dark and Mysterious Forces Beyond Our Control. So guys, basically, ooh, and guys, it's just started pouring rain. You guys can probably hear it like right as this reading began. I took a little break after pile 1 to eat some cereal, even though it's in the evening right now. And yeah, it literally just started. Oh my god, it just lightninged. Oh my god, do you guys hear that? That's insane. This is crazy, you guys. Like, in the matter of seconds. When I started this reading, even, it wasn't just like that. You guys, Dark and Mysterious Forces Beyond Our Controls. Beyond Our Control. I'm sorry. I can't. I love it. I love weather. But anyway, I think that you guys are manifesting a person, a relationship. Not that surprising. I know a lot of people are manifesting people in relationships, but it's super exciting that this energy, like, sort of indisputably came out, you guys. I mean, Judge Judy, automatically that card gives me the energy of, like, the Justice card, the Judgment card, the Justice card, the Temperance card, but also sort of like vindication, or like finally winning, getting like your justice, getting what you deserve, which is weird because Judge Judy, like, as a show doesn't seem that fair, but like for some reason that this card is giving me like a wonderful energy, especially because I think that the only reason why it's specifically Judge Judy is because, look, Keanu Reeves is right there, and so they're both like famous sort of energies, and so I think that, yeah, there could be an energy of you being famous, this person being famous. Oh my god, I'm hearing people like laugh in the street or something. This is so scary, honestly. But yeah, maybe you're famous, maybe they're famous. I think that this relationship will bring you a lot of prosperity, and I think it's just also sort of speaks to the energy of the fact that I'm getting the energy of the Star card from this, which, not to spoil anything, but you guys, the Star card literally came out in your tarot, which was insane because I was channeling the energy of the Star card just from the stars in this Moon tarot card, and from the like famous energy of Keanu Reeves and Judge Judy. And I know also I recently was enlightened to the fact that Keanu Reeves has he had like such a terrible hard upbringing, you guys, or like he just has had such a trying past when it comes to relationships and emotional connections. Like, I think like a loved one close to him died, or like, oh my, I don't know, I think it's something like, I don't know, like maybe yes, like someone close to him died. I don't know if it was like a love interest or just like a close family member or something, but like he's had a very rough past, and I think I recently learned he has like a very wholesome, genuine relationship with someone that he's been in a long-term relationship with. And I gotta be honest, I do kind of see him as teaching a robot to love. I feel like, not to say that you guys are a robot and it needs to be taught how to love, but I feel like you guys have just been in connections where you have just been not able to be yourself. Like, I think that you honestly probably haven't had many genuine connections. I think if you have had many romantic connections, which I feel like probably most of you have not had that many romantic connections, I feel like the ones that you did have, you sort of feel like they weren't very authentic. Like, I don't think that you would identify as having been in many like genuine loving connections. I feel like you maybe feel like you were in relationships with people, but I don't know if you really feel like there was that much authenticity to the relationships. I feel like maybe you felt like there were parts of you that were stifled, parts of them were stifled, or you just felt like you guys wore masks in front of each other or something. And I feel like very much you're manifesting a person that you can be yourself with. Someone that is like sort of that nice, secure, low-key life partner, because I mean, this is a person that I didn't know Keanu Reeves had been dating, but he's been dating her for a very long time, and he has a very sort of calm, tempered, stoic presence to me, and so does his girlfriend, and so I feel like that's sort of the energy of the person you're attracting. I feel like you are attracting and you want someone very stable, very secure and loving and warm but also emotional. So next cards that came out, we had jolly. So that's the energy of this person that you're bringing in. Annoying. Honestly, yeah. I remember I channeled this reading. Also has some of the energy of your person channeled throughout it. So I think that, yeah, funny. I think that they're like sort of the annoying type of funny. We have another card coming out that'll be practical jokes. We have valuable, helpful, shiny, important, brave. This person will help you feel brave. This person will be very important in your life because they will be very helpful in having you. They'll be very helpful in being a securing presence for you. They'll be a safety net. I feel like you may have been with a lot of volatile people in the past, or maybe people that you thought were not volatile, but maybe it's almost like they gaslit you, and so they made you feel very, your emotions were very volatile. Maybe and it made you feel crazy almost because they seemed like a very balanced, even-tempered person, but then the things that they did drove you crazy and made you and then they gaslit you, and that made you feel even more crazy. But I think that, yeah, this person, though, they're going to be very different from that. They're going to be very kind and very sweet to you. They're going to be like this shiny new object, very much like someone you haven't been with before. I think that there could also be an energy of physically, probably they're a little different than the people you've dated in the past. I think that you'll still be very attracted to them, but I think that there will be a lot of, from the get-go, they're going to be obviously different from your past relationships and connections. And I think that that's sort of the role that they play in your journey. I think they're meant to be someone unlike other people that you've been with, because I think that they're meant to sort of mark a transition in you getting more or different or better things out of your relationships and connections. Yeah. So here, let's see, we also have the other apples to apples cards. So yeah, we have the Lone Ranger. So I think that could have been you or them up until this point. I feel like a little bit, yeah, honestly, I'm feeling like probably both of you guys to an extent. I feel like this person's a lover. They want to have relationships. I feel like this person honestly could have just been burnt by some people. I feel like they're the type to have a few relationships that they give their all to. And I feel like that maybe in the past they haven't been treated very kindly, because I think they are an overgiver, and so I think that they naturally sort of attracted people who very much accepted more than they gave, and they accepted that abundantly, without hesitation, and with no thought. They just accepted it yeah, it was no big deal. Practical jokes, yeah, so that's, yeah. They do, they're funny. You may think of them as obnoxious funny, but again, it's going to be endearing. Maybe before maybe you really like funny people, and before you've only been with funny, sarcastic people, and so it's been sort of rude humor where they maybe make jabs at you, but this person is going to be they're going to be goofy, and maybe you'll think of it as a little obnoxious, but actually you're going to love the fact that they're they're goofy, and maybe it's a little annoying, maybe they it's getting me, maybe they step on your heels or something, or they just I don't know, touch your hair or something, and you're oh my god, stop. But it's it will be cute to you, because you're gonna feel the love in it, and you're not gonna actually be that annoyed by it. Fringe science, yeah, I think that they could be a very eccentric person also. Last man on earth, yeah, you guys are going to be each other's just true sanctuaries. I feel like that there is sort of how it's raining right now, that's the energy of it a little bit, it feels like the cozy rain, it feels like, I know sometimes in the rain I'm a little uncomfortable because I don't really like being wet, but comes a point where you're just absolutely drenched in water and where it's pouring outside, and especially in the summer when it's warm, and it just feels good and refreshing, and it feels like a shower, and a wholesome shower. That's what this relationship feels like, Making a speech, yeah, I think that that's just sort of referring to a little bit how you're gonna feel like the universe is making a speech when you come across this person. I think that this is gonna be the energy of it's been a long time coming. I feel like For those of you who could resonate with this message, like maybe you guys are in like twin flame type connections, and this is you finally like meeting that person or something. Because I think that this does feel like, I mean, I really did not have any intention of any of these cards or groups being about love, because I know that I have a lot of love-based readings, so I really was expecting these cards to take a different turn. But I mean, I feel like this isn't even so much of love so much as it is like, yeah, a person that is like part of your journey, you know, someone like that will be a life partner that will actually add to your like genuinely like just the fabric of your being. They'll just add to your quality of life. They'll very much, yeah, they'll change the fabric of your life. So this isn't just like you're going to be in a romantic connection. It's like you are going to meet like your life partner and the person that like you can finally like feel like you can breathe like around, you know? I feel like up until this point I feel like you've been a little bit, you've been learning things. You've been learning things, especially when it comes to connections. You've been trying your hardest to keep boundaries. I mean, we'll explore that further in the tarot cards, yeah. So we first had the 7 of Wands to come out, and then we have the 6 of, yeah, this was crazy, you guys. 7 of Wands, 6 of Wands, and then look at this, 5 of Wands. That was crazy. 7, 6, 5. I have said this a few times in my readings before, but whenever cards come out specifically like that, where they're counting down, it makes me feel like something is imminently coming. And I mean, this is a big energy, and I feel like that's what is coming. This is imminently coming, this true love person, honestly. And that, it's honestly, the energy that this is giving me, like, the importance of this person is a lot more than true love. Like, yeah, I think, like, maybe almost a little frivolously you want to experience love, but it's like, this is a person that will be a partner. This is someone that will truly be, like, a best friend. Someone that will, yes, someone that will be a shoulder to cry on, a rock to lean on, someone to bounce ideas off of, a companion for any little thing you want to do or where place you want to go but are a little too nervous about going by yourself. There'll be someone who checks up on you. They'll cook you things, they'll give you things, this is like, yeah, this is truly like dream energy, honestly, you guys. And it makes it even more special because I was anticipating messages like this coming out, where it's like the 7 of Wands, which is like, a very deep defensive energy. But then the 6 of Wands is a crowning energy. And then the 5 of Wands is just, yeah, it's that imminent change. It's the precipice of like being able to make something happen and, ignite the fire. But it's like as quickly as, it's like it's lighting a match, basically. As quickly as you light it, you can put it out. Or like sparking a lighter, like you can make that flame come really easily, and you can put it out as easily. And so that's what this sort of, the energy, that's just sort of, I feel like how you feel right now. I feel like you feel like you're a little bit on the precipice. You feel like a little bit in purgatory. And you feel like you've been defeating things and closing out cycles, and it almost a little bit feels like everywhere you look, like there's just more to do, more to learn. It feels like every time you think like, oh no, definitely this person is it, this is definitely like my twin flame, my soulmate, my life partner, and then you realize, oh, actually no, like they were just here to teach me this one little lesson, or actually I was projecting this little thing onto them, or something like that. But you're gonna feel very defeated. You're gonna feel like you have to constantly be in the state of like, fending things off and closing things down, and that's when this person is going to come in. And I feel like that's the energy you're in now, and I feel like this person is coming in now. TBH. So we also have, yeah, you guys, the star card came out. That's what I was talking about before, which I loved. The star card clarified by the sun, and then you guys clarified by the Emperor. I think this message also came out in pile number 1, and that's why I think I also got a dual message of maybe you guys also resonate with pile number 1 and wanted to check out those messages, because you could have something there as well, because they also had the Emperor come out in their tarot cards, and it's giving me a similar energy of, I think that it was just the circumstances you were in were this Emperor to you. The Emperor, to me, especially, this card came out initially, the Emperor reversed, so it's a blocked Emperor energy, or it's a karmic emperor energy, a toxic emperor energy. And so I feel like the people around you, the connections you've been in, the circumstances you've found yourself in have been that toxic emperor energy to you. They've been controlling. They've tried to tell you what to do. They tried to make you belittle your emotions and your feelings. They tried to say head over heart in all circumstances, but then they also said that their head was the better head to listen to, not your head. So it was just, you feel like you've been put through the ringer, and these people around you have been so stifling and so controlling and just so the opposite of what this person is going to be. This person is going to be the sun. They're going to be the star. Look at this, you guys. The sun, moon, and stars. Like, that is such a beautiful energy. That's what this person is going to be to you. That's what you're going to be to this person. But I feel like most of all, that's what this person is going to be to you. I feel like they are just going to be... They'll be a warm presence that they'll not only be like a main presence when you need them to be. They won't just like, they'll be out there. They'll take initiative, they'll take charge when you want them to, but then they'll also sit back and they'll like give you space, and they won't, so they'll give you little kisses and they'll smother you in kisses and affection, but then they'll also give you space when they can tell that that's what you need. This person's going to be everything that you need. They are going to be in the forefront of the picture, in the background of the picture, in the side, and like in the entourage, like whatever you want them to be, like wherever you want them to be, wherever you need them to be in the moment, that's what they'll be, that's what they'll do for you. It's such a sweet energy, you guys. And then we have the Four of Wands. This is just such intense, it's like both, honestly, this card gives me the energy of the Hierophant, but also the Chariot, and also the Six of Wands. So it's the homecoming energy, it's a victory energy, also some of the Six of Pentacles. It's an energy of you being crowned, you being gifted something, you feeling like the universe is bestowing something sacred upon you, though. More than just a gift. This is more than just a gift. This is like, this is truly like a sacred opportunity or sacred experience, a sacred journey. And then Seven of Swords. So yeah, this is, and also the Page of Cups. I think that this is something that, and someone, I think that it's simply going to be unknown to you. I don't think that, because right now I'm giving you guys a lot of vague details about this person, because I don't think that there's going to be a lot that you're able to uncover. I think that honestly, whatever you even have in mind about this person, I think that there could be an energy of them being like, the actual reality is a lot different than you anticipate. Maybe you even think you know who your future spouse is, and you have a feeling that they're this person I'm talking about, but then I think it could be someone completely different, you guys. Take what resonates, and I don't think that you guys would really be swayed from your position that strongly anyway, and I don't think you're meant to be. I think you're meant to be left in the dark, honestly. We have the King of Wands, the Moon, and the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, you guys are supposed to be kept in the dark, honestly, right now. I think that there's also, with the Two of Pentacles, there's something that you need to not exactly, well, a little bit release, I guess. I think that there is something, like you're juggling something right now, and I think that there is something in your life that is sort of taking up the space that this person could be taking up. And not to say that that's an energy of you need to cut this thing out or else this person's not coming into your life, and it's not an energy either of if the second you cut this thing out, this person's going to come into your life, but rather that there is excess in your life that I'm seeing just naturally in these cards, and just, you might as well make your life easier, cut it out. Maybe there are people that you're talking to, people that you're hoping will fulfill this role that I say this person will in your life, but maybe realistically thinking, this person won't. Maybe that you have a person from your past that you're still holding on to, holding out hope for, and you're just being called, and you hope that they're this person, but maybe in the past they just simply have proven to you time and time again that they are not this person. And maybe, and I think that you're really being called to release them. It's an energy of let the people show you who they are, and you're supposed to leave them exactly there. So let them show you who they are. Don't expect them to be anyone else than who they've shown you to be. Even if they say they've changed and you haven't seen them in a really long time, wait until they actually prove to you that they've changed, or set some sort of boundary and wait for them to meet you at that boundary before you trust them again, because I think that there is something that you're holding in your hand that you're not letting go of that is just sort of making it a little hard for you to see clearly, you know? If you're holding two things in front of you, juggling them, you can't really see maybe, you know, the coin that's on the ground in front of you because you're so focused on the two, holding on to the two in front of you. But let's pull some oracle cards about what pile 2 is manifesting. What pile 2 is manifesting, you guys. What's pile 2 manifesting? Yeah, I mean, also, like, if, like, yeah, maybe you have someone in the past who's, like, a really, like, a funny ex. Yeah, like, a funny ex, and this person's gonna be funny, and you're like, oh, so maybe it's that person. But maybe that funny ex was, like, a rude funny ex, and maybe part of the reason why you broke up with them is because, you know, you felt like they were kind of mean to you, or you felt underappreciated, or maybe they left you, and they very much sort of demonstrated to you that they underappreciated you. But yeah, you're being called to remember that stuff. Don't assume that they change. Because we do have the Emperor here. And the Emperor is always such an intense energy to me. It's always like a red flag card whenever it comes out, honestly. And so it's telling me that, like, pay attention to the Emperor, because it takes a lot for an Emperor to change. It takes a lot for a toxic Emperor to morph into a healthy Emperor. I gotta be real, you guys. And not many can. Because part of the toxic Emperor energy is the inability to change and the inability to mature. But let's not dwell too much on that. But let's see, what's this manifestation for pile number 2? This star energy. And yeah, I mean, that's why I could tell this was about a relationship, but the energy at first of it coming was just overall very sacred, very ethereal. Intimacy, yeah. So I feel like definitely not to spoil it or anything, but pile 1 had some sexual messages come out. So I feel like with intimacy, you could definitely have messages also in pile 1. But yeah, I think that this person is going to help you become more intimately in tune with yourself, because I think there is an aspect of relationships in the past there was a part of you that you felt like you had to mask, or that you simply didn't want to bring up to this person, and so there was some energy of you feeling like it wasn't as authentic as it could be, but this relationship is going to be so authentic. Surrender, yes, surrender. You're gonna have to, surrender the people who make it easy to be surrendered. So these toxic exes, I think that they're going to have a flighty energy. So I think that they're going to allow themselves, they're not going to, I think that it's mostly probably you holding on to them. I don't think that they're trying to hold on to you. And I think that whatever tie they do have to you, it's sort of almost like a power or control thing where they just want to feel like they have you strung along. I don't think that they actually want to have the prospect of anything more with you. But, of course, take what resonates. Maybe there's an ex from your past that was toxic, but maybe you met them recently and they really do feel like they've changed. And, validate that as well. Sacred sexuality, yeah, you guys could for sure have a message in pile number 1. Yeah, I think that this person is going to be, maybe that's it, maybe before you thought you were straight, and maybe you're bisexual or something. Even maybe it's not even that you thought you were straight in your day, but maybe you thought you were straight but you're realizing you're bisexual, and maybe in the past you were with just a bunch of toxic men, and maybe now you're going to be with a woman and they're not going to be toxic. And not to say that all men are toxic and all women aren't, but just to say that there could be an aspect of this new connection also bringing in a new type of sexuality or sexual experience. Especially because we had intimacy as well, which is insane. Because pile 1 didn't even have those cards. So let's see, pile 2. What's coming in for pile 2? This manifestation. Let us know. Let us know. Give us just some final cards. So we have levitation, higher ground, belief, mastery, meditation. This is a spiritual connection. That's why I like the energy at first. It's not, these cards aren't so outright about romance and love, but just I can tell that the energy of it, it's just a deeply loving energy. And you guys, maybe you're even asexual and this is just simply like a life partner type energy. This is a soul partner, like regardless of who it is. Maybe this is even for some of you platonic, but I feel like for a lot of you, especially because it's sacred sexuality and intimacy, I feel like this is a romantic connection. But like I feel like this is just a definitely, like this is an ethereal bond with another earthly being, and so that's like what makes it sort of so insanely spiritual. Food on roots, yeah, respect, survival, liberation, freedom. This card gives me the Three of Cups energy, which is exactly how you're going to feel with this person. With this other person, honestly, by your side, you're going to feel like the Three of Cups is you, this other person, and the universe around you, and the earth around you. So that like that's what, like you and this person are unstoppable. You create a beautiful world for yourselves. You make the entire world feel like this, your sun, moon, and stars. And then we have mugwort dreams, rhythm, higher self, reality, rest. I think that you guys could be getting dreams of this person, or you guys could be getting dreams when you guys are close to union with this person, because this is just a very deeply spiritual connection as well. Then we have one other card that just sort of fell on the ground far away. We have Brigid, Psychic Flames, 333, Sacred Milk, Druid Magic. That's insane because, guys, no joke, 333 was coming to my mind solely because I think just because that's a very magical number to me. And I think pile number 1 had a synchronicity of 333 in their cards. So once again, that message that you could have messages in that pile as well. But also, yeah, just once again, sacred milk. I think that you're probably building a family with this person. You're building a community with this person. Even if it's a platonic connection, there will be a community built. There will be a family built, probably a real physical home, but also just like an energy. I think that this person's going to help you very much, like with all this wands energy, this person is going to help you resurrect and like build the spiritual environment you want for yourself. It's giving me the energy of like the molecules in the air are going to, like, their essence, their very essence are going to transform, because like just, yeah, like the world is going to feel just innately different with this person in it, like with the opportunities that this person brings to you also. And it's not just that they bring real physical opportunities, but it brings like their existence in your life makes you feel like life is a dream, basically. It makes you feel like you can quite literally do anything, because like, yeah, weird message, but it makes it life feel like a video game. It makes life feel, you know, like video game where there's a lot to be had and a lot of potential to be made and realized in a very short period of time, and then also a lot to be lost potentially, but like the weight of the loss is like so minimal because it's a video game. So it's like you play your cards so riskily in a video game because you have like, you feel just sort of unstoppable. You feel like it's a video game. It's not your real life. And that's what the real life is going to feel for you guys. You're going to feel like it's a video game where you feel unstoppable and you feel like you're able to be doing things. And not because like you're minimizing life or dehumanizing yourself, but just because you feel like you're in control. You feel like life is like sort of this spiritual existence that it can have the potential of being. But all right, pile 3, I just like spewed out a billion messages with that last thing. But whew, lots of stuff, you guys, lots of stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna, not pile 3, you're pile 2. I hope you like that message, pile 2. If you did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. But yeah, I hope you have a nice day or night whenever you're watching this, and I'll get started with pile number 3. Bye. Hey, pile 3. If you guys chose death, this will be your reading all about what manifestation is coming in for you guys next. So we'll start off with my Cards Against Humanity cards. So we have Growing a Pair. Ooh, sorry. Extremely Tight Pants. That one's first. I keep reading these wrong. The American Dream. Being a mother effing sorcerer. I don't know like what YouTube's rules are, so I want to be careful just in case. Drinking Alone. then growing a pair. And then a tribe of warrior women. So I'm getting that this is about, I think that this is about some sort of like career endeavor or some sort of like earth-based thing, something involving money. And even if it's not something that you hope to get a bunch of money from, I think that it's something that you hope to get a bunch of recognition from or a bunch of fame from. You hope for it to give you like an actual like push in the right direction, in the direction that you want to be in. I'm feeling like this is something that you've been working hard at. Honestly, this is giving me the vibes of like The Devil Wears Prada. It gives me the vibes of like Anne Hathaway's character. I think that that is honestly exactly what the energy of this pile is, because I think that there is an energy of this thing that you are going after is something that is very highly sought after and very desirable, something very high end. With just the extremely tight pants coming out, for some reason I just keep thinking about like just like $1,000 really tight like, you know, like leather pants or something, like really like expensive like high-end like tight pants. And yeah, the American dream. So it's giving me the energy that you are striving towards this thing and you're working towards it. And and I mean it's coming in, so I think that is what you're manifesting. But yeah, okay, so we'll continue. So we have light, old. This is something you've been working towards for a while. Tough. Yeah, it's something that you have been, you've put in a lot of energy towards it, just like Anne Hathaway's character, friendly. I feel like you've kept a friendly face throughout it. You know, this isn't just, you know, with Anne Hathaway's character in The Devil Wears Prada, if you guys aren't familiar, it's about, you know, this high-end fashion place where, you know, Anne Hathaway gets an internship or something there. But, like, and then there's not Marilyn Monroe, what the heck? No. What is her name? What's her name? Meryl Streep. Oh my god. Meryl Streep. And then Meryl Streep's in it, and she's, like, the head designer person. I don't know, I haven't seen it in a while. But Anne Hathaway, like, she worked so hard just to be in the position to get hired for that position. And it's like a crappy little internship position where she has to, like, get coffee and stuff. And then, like, she has to work so hard while she's in that position to maintain it. So I think this is something that you've been working for such a long time. Like, and I think that it is something that's, like, very sought after and something that would feel like a really great goal to achieve. And I think that you are going to achieve it, Noisy. You are going to achieve it, but you guys, I gotta be honest. Scream Queen. You're manifesting it, but I'm not sure how much you're gonna like it once you get it. You know, just like Anne Hathaway's character, you're gonna have to work really tirelessly, really hard while you're in this thing. Seth Rogen, you're not gonna be able to breathe after you get this thing. Like, the hard work has to continue. This isn't just a one and done type thing. This isn't a promotion where all you have to do is have to put in the hard work to get a promotion. No, because then you're promoted to a space or a position with even more responsibility. So if this is a field that you're not that into, like, you're gonna feel the intensity of the fact that you don't like it that much more, because you're gonna have to have even more responsibility in this field. The Exorcist. Yeah, I think that, so Friendly and Seth Rogen, I feel like this is you guys. And once again, Seth Rogen, he's been in so many movies about, like, sort of the guy in the corporate job who's just sort of like a little bit of a slacker or something, and I don't think that's you at all, but I think that there is some energy that maybe this is really giving me the vibe of, like, just like your standard sort of like person looking for a promotion. And I think that this is you looking for a promotion, and I think that, like, yeah, you're gonna get it. You're going to get this promotion, you're going to get the money, but I think that it's not going, you know, I don't think that it's going to be maybe not all it's cracked up to be, you know. I think that you are going to get more money from it, but maybe it really will be a lot more responsibility. So there's, like, there is some sort of, like, trade-off about it, you know, like, you're going to be able to say, yes, I achieved this thing, but it's you know, it's not going to feel as sweet. Saying that is not going to feel as sweet once you experience what this thing is. Phoenix. Yeah, I think that so Tinder, I mean, honestly, I'm not getting this message so strong. Maybe for some of you guys, This is like, no, honestly, I don't think this is a relationship at all. I think honestly Tinder is just really referring to the fact that this could be you looking for something that gives you more responsibility, that gives you the ability for you to use your voice more. Maybe this is you wanting to be, wanting to get hired somewhere, and this, just the nature of this job is you'll put your voice out there somewhere. Maybe this is you wanting to, yeah, so like this YouTube channel, for example, maybe that's you wanting to start a YouTube channel. And I think that you would do it, but yeah, I think there's just an energy of, I don't know if you know how much work it's going to be, or I don't know if you know if you're going to like how much work it's going to be, or if you're going to like sort of the output of it. I don't know if you're going to be satisfied at how, quick or slow the pace is. So there's just like a lot of, yes, you're going to get this thing. You will get this thing, and you're going to be proud of yourself for getting this thing. Don't let this message detract from that. But, like, once again, this is a little bit of the Anne Hathaway in The Devil Wears Prada. It doesn't stop there. I feel like you've put in a lot of hard work when it comes to manifesting this thing. It's been a lot of intentional manifestation. A lot of, so this is you, intentionally working hard towards a job. Or this is you, actually putting a lot of time and effort into an online Etsy shop. But then, and it's like you do get sales, and you do, this Etsy shop becomes a thing, but maybe, you don't realize how much you dislike, dealing with financial stuff. You don't know how much you dislike the process of having to mail and ship things to people. There's just some energy of you think it's going to be all sunshine and rainbows, and maybe there's an energy of this, you think this thing is going to fix a lot of problems, a lot more problems than it's able to fix. Especially it could be something like, maybe you're in the Etsy small shop business because you actually just want to make quick cash, and you're realizing that maybe you're able to make the cash you want, but maybe it's also, it is work, it's a hard job. So let's look at your tarot. So we have yes, the first card that came out with is Seven of Pentacles, and that's exactly the energy that I was feeling. And then the Page of Cups, which was, it's a blocked energy. It was reversed, clarifying the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like for a lot of you guys, this is something that you think is going to give you emotional fulfillment. But then we have the Four of Cups. So I think that it's something that you're looking for. It's giving you emotional fulfillment, but it's simply not. Yeah, it's not going to give you emotional fulfillment in the way that you want it to. It's going to have some, that, there's going to be some parts of it that you want, because this is going to be the thing, you are going to be manifesting this thing, and it's an intentional manifestation. And, you know what this thing is. This isn't you just manifesting something willy-nilly. This isn't you just, your whole life you've been a songwriter, and then one day you're like, actually, now I'm going to start making earrings and sell them on Etsy so I can make quick cash. It's not that, but it's like you actually, your whole life, you've loved earrings, and maybe you've dabbled in making earrings before very lightly, and now you're like, oh, well, I can actually make this into, a real shop. And yeah, maybe you can, but it's even an energy of just, it's not, you're just expecting this, and you're trying to have this manifest in a way that maybe it's not so naturally attuned to manifesting in. So maybe if you do love making earrings, maybe the way to go about selling them isn't to open an Etsy shop right away, but maybe it is to go to, local little, markets and sell them there. Something that's a lot more low-key, something that's less stressful for you, something that you can, handle a little bit better at the moment. Yeah, so it's like this thing, it's not a bad energy. This thing is the thing you manifested. You know what it is that you want and what you're manifesting. But I think that you are putting a lot of effort into it, and that just sort of always sets off a signal in my mind that if you're putting this much effort into having this come to you in the way that exactly that you're making it come to you, I think that it's hard for that thing to make it to you in that way. This is giving me the energy of there's a real path, a real road that you can bike on, and then there's a gravel road. And it's obviously a lot easier to bike on the actual bike path versus the gravel road, because, you know, the bike path was meant for bikes. And you're sort of forcing this thing down the gravel road because maybe you, like, that's where you're standing, or that's, you know, you have a car or something. And so that's fine for you. But yeah, it's like this thing naturally wants to go a different way, and maybe it'll still even end up meeting you at the same destination, but it just has a different path it wants to go down. Yeah. But so it's like, this isn't a bad energy. You guys are getting this thing, and you guys are going to be proud that you get this thing. And, you know, other people are going to be proud that you get this thing. And I think that you achieving it will put you in a position to be able to attract things a lot more easier, and that maybe come to you a lot more easily. So we also have 7 of Swords, clarified by the Queen of Swords, and the Empress. Yeah, so wait, let's just put out all your cards because the synchronicities are beautiful. So we have, so we have the 5 of Queen of Swords. Yes, Queen of Swords, so 2 Queen of Swords and 5 of Pentacles. I love the fact that we have 2 Queen of Swords. So many synchronicities coming out, you guys. Then we have the 8 of Swords. Then you guys, look at this. We have the 7 of Cups and the 8 of Pentacles. And then the Death. So yeah, Death, and then 777, you guys. Isn't that crazy? So you guys could definitely see 777 when this opportunity is about to manifest for you. But I also think that probably you'll see 777 once this thing already manifests for you. And sort of you'll see that number in the moments where you'll realize maybe this thing wasn't quite worth all of the effort I put into it up until this point, and all the effort I continue to put into it. So I mean, we have the 7 of Swords. You don't quite know what you're walking into. There is somewhat of an air of deception, you know, and it's not completely bad deception, but it's just sort of something that you're unaware of, that you're going to be made aware of, you know. And I mean, so if it's something like a promotion, I think that maybe this is a job or a field that you've been having some second guesses about, or maybe just recently it's been on your mind how maybe it's kind of boring, maybe it doesn't really, you know, it doesn't have that much potential for growth, or it doesn't have that much potential for like excitement or adventure or like flexibility, and you've just sort of been thinking about maybe the downsides of your job or your company. But you know, you've been working so hard for this promotion, and you continue to work hard for this promotion, and then you get the promotion, but you know, the promotion just gives you more responsibility, and so then, you know, you're working maybe some more hours with more responsibility, and you're more involved in a company that you're sort of also beginning to realize makes you feel kind of stifled. So you're not like, it's not, you know, a terrible energy. This isn't a toxic workplace or anything, but it's just, you know, you're realizing maybe this job's kind of boring, and you're like, now I have even more like investment in a boring job now that I did get this promotion. And you know, but I think that job could really put you in a great position to maybe, you know, apply at other companies that have a little more excitement, something that's a little more up your alley. You know, this thing will still be the thing that you manifested. It'll still be an achievement. It'll be something that it will help move you forward. But I think that maybe you're expecting it to help you move forward in a different way than it actually will. Maybe you expect this promotion at your work to lead to you just climbing the ranks at your workplace, but in reality, it's going to lead to you climbing the ranks in a completely different place, because you're going to pivot and apply to another job after you get this promotion. But okay, let's get some... Well, actually... No, I haven't been in this for too long. So yeah, so we have Queen of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, I think that this thing isn't going to outright leave you in the cold, but there is going to be... Yeah, just really the energy of Anne Hathaway in A Devil Wears Prada. You know, you're going to get this job, you're going to get this promotion, but then you're going to realize it's Meryl Streep that you're working for. It's the Ice Queen that you're working for. And it's just, you're like, oh, really? Like, the work doesn't stop. And yeah, like, the work doesn't stop, you know? You're manifesting more work for yourself almost in a way. So, of course, it's going to bring in more work. But yeah, Seven of Cups, you're trying to manifest this. This card always gives me the energy of like the magician, but like a nefarious magician or something, or like a magician manifesting things with almost like with chaos, or like with little regard to like real like emotional needs. And so I think, yeah, maybe I think you are neglecting your emotions in some aspect of this, because yeah, it's like you're still applying for this promotion even though you know this job is boring and it's not fulfilling you in that way. You're still applying for this promotion because you're like, man, I already have so much invested in this place, and I might as well just, you know, I'm an ambitious person, I'm a capable person, I might as well just, you know, might as well do it. But yeah, we have the Death card. I think this is going to ultimately lead to some sort of pivot, some sort of new opportunity in a new sector or something. I mean, this is also giving me the vibe of maybe you always wanted to go viral, and maybe one day you are going to go viral for something. And maybe it's like a hit tweet, and then you're like, okay, that hit tweet is going to, you know, that's going to like spark my hot, like, cool Twitter influencer career. And then like actually maybe that viral tweet, like maybe it actually I don't know, maybe you realize you're not that into Twitter so much as an outlet as like TikTok or something, or maybe like it does help you go viral, but yeah, it's like you soon afterwards realize like you don't really like how Twitter only restricts you to like words, and you want to be able to like, you know, use videos and sounds and stuff too, and that's why you like TikTok. And so there's an energy, yeah, you like achieve the thing, but then it's like once you achieve that thing, you sort of realize that, oh, maybe there's like there's something that I can achieve in an area that's more suited to me. You know, or it's like this achievement is also going to help give you the confidence to be able to pivot and turn to something else and go after it and feel like you can achieve it, you know? Maybe before you get this promotion, you don't feel confident enough in your like CV or resume to go out and apply for other positions at other companies that you would, you know, positions that you would prefer. And maybe getting this promotion does give you that confidence. But let's get some oracle cards. Let's get some oracle cards for pile number 3. For pile number 3, this thing that they're manifesting. The Resurrection. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. So Resurrection is Death card energy, which is incredible because we have the Death card twice. So I think that definitely, like, this thing is it's going to lead to you into a new path. You're going to get this manifestation, you know? There is something you've been manifesting. Maybe this is a program to get into, a scholarship or something. But I think that ultimately the message here today is that don't expect this manifestation. This manifestation is going to come, but the outcome of this manifestation, the life you live while you're in this manifestation, is not exactly the one that you think it is going to be right now. The messenger. I think that just is talking about you soon receiving word of this manifestation, specifically for the people I did just mention program or something. So maybe some of you guys did like apply to a school or a program or an internship or something like that, or a job. And yes, you'll soon be hearing the message back about that. And then we have Sophia. Yeah, so this is giving me, yeah, once again, like I think that this will really be truly a stepping stone to put you on exactly the right path though. So don't think of this or hear this reading in like a disappointing light. You're gonna achieve this thing, but it's just like the outcome of this achievement is going to sort of like put you on a different path than you were expecting to be on. But it is exactly like the path that you'll realize you want to be on because you do make the conscious decision to put yourself on it. Let's get a couple other from the Pure Magic Oracle deck. Some cards about what's manifesting for pile numero 3. What's manifesting for pile number 3? We have Voodoo Roots, respect, survival, liberation, freedom. Ooh, interesting. I feel like the community is going to be very important, whatever this thing is. This thing that you're intentionally manifesting, the community is going to be very important for you. Specifically, the community could actually help you gain connections to these other opportunities that are more in line with you. So this is giving me the vibe of, if you are like manifesting a promotion, the colleagues you gain through that promotion could put you in contact with other people who could help you get you a job in other places. Bridget, wow, guys, both of these cards came out in a different pile. I think literally they both came out in pile number 2. Maybe you guys had messages in pile number 2. But so Bridget, Psychic Flames, 333, Sacred Milk, Druid Magic. Yeah, you guys are going to receive this thing, and you guys are going to earn it, you know? Like, you put in the hard work, you deserve this thing. But I think there's also a message of, you deserve things that you don't even have to work nearly this hard for. You deserve this promotion. If this is a workplace promotion you're like working towards, I think you deserve this promotion like 2 years ago or something. Like, you deserve this promotion like 5 times over, you know? Like, don't settle for less than what you deserve. And, you know, there's it's one thing to be proud, like, you know, be proud of your accomplishments and be proud that you're able to stick it out, you know, with the same company. But also, it's like, there's something to be said for the ability to know your worth and to be able to say, I deserve more than this, and I know and respect and love my workplace and my job, but I know that I just simply deserve more money, better benefits, better pay, etc., than this job is giving me. So sorry guys, I'm gonna have to quit. You know, just know your worth and don't be afraid to step in it. But let's get a single more, just a single more. Ooh, this one flipped over. Hidden familiars, allies, natural assistance, divine support, comfort. Yes, you are going to get divine support. So I remember, like, Anne Hathaway's character, I think that there was another character in it. God, was it Emily Blunt? I think so. I think Emily Blunt was in The Devil Wears Prada as well. But I think Emily Blunt's character had a very, like, frenemy energy with Anne Hathaway. And if I do recall correctly, I think in the end, it's like a frenemy to friends type storyline where Anne Hathaway and Emily Blunt become friends, even though, you know, they were villain enemy co-workers at first. So I think that there's, yeah, a similar energy of that. Like, I think that the connections around you are going to be very helpful in navigating this new energy. And yeah, it could also even be like, yeah, just the community around you is very important to take note of. So if this is a promotion that you're getting, or this could even be, yeah, like, for you go viral on Twitter, or maybe you wanted to get hired, like, in a band or something, and you did get hired in a band, but then you find out, like, the bandmates actually are, like, really rude, and they gossip about one another, and it makes you anxious and think that they're gossiping about you. And, you know, that's just sort of like, it's a red flag that, yeah, you had the right idea by trying to find a band to be in, but maybe you just didn't find the right band to be in, and maybe you should look for a different band. But yeah, I think the community around you is going to be very important, but your ancestors, your spirit guides are here helping and guiding you through this very much. That's what this card is giving me. I love the energy of this card, honestly. I can't stop looking at it. The hawk is just giving me such protector energy. I mean, and I think that's what this is. I think that, you know, you are also, I'm being called to remind you guys, you are divinely protected, you know, even when you get this new opportunity, new job, whatever it is. Like, yeah, just this new shiny opportunity that probably has to do with fame and money somehow. I think that there could be a lot of times where maybe you doubt how protected you are, or you doubt the path that you're on, and you doubt your ability to navigate onto the right path, and you're just being called to remember that you are being divinely watched over and guided and protected by your spirit guides. And I think that if there is really ever a moment where you feel sort of helpless and desperate and very sort of not knowing what to do, hopeless, you know, definitely, I think, pray to your spirit guides, spirit team, the universe, ask for a sign. I think that they will give you a sign. It will be something very personally meaningful for you, you know? I know personally I love eagles, especially when they, or hawks, when they fly in the sky like overhead. It always just makes me feel very spiritually connected. And maybe you have something similar where, you know, whenever you see a butterfly, it just reminds you of your spirit guides. And so I think, you know, ask for signs, for reassurances, and they will readily give them to you in a way that you'll understand, because they want you to feel safe and secure, because they understand that this is a little confusing of a time period to be going through, because you're achieving these things that you wanted to achieve, yet you're realizing while you achieve them that maybe they're not actually the things you wanted to achieve. So yeah, it is a little confusing, but pile 3, I'm gonna leave it there. I wish you guys all the best. I hope this reading resonated. Definitely comment if it did, but also, you know, like, subscribe. I would like to, you know, connect with you guys again in the future in a different reading, but I will leave it there for now. Have a nice day or night whenever you're watching this, guys. Bye.